What's up YouTube? This is Ultimate Shield 340 back at it again with another Hogwarts video. So I wanted to create this
Have you found
video
anything
so
to
that you can all see some
prove my
gameplays
bravery yet?
of some Hogwarts here. I know it's
Lumos.
been a little while, but I wanted to go ahead and make this out here for you all for your viewing pleasure. So in this particular scene, I am going towards one of the main storyline missions where I have to go to the herbology, I'm sorry, corridor and go to herbology class. While I'm going through here, again, my aim is to, start kind of moving along with the story, because at this point I've been sort of, kind of going around and kind of doing my own thing for a little bit, exploring and trying to enjoy the things. In this clip, you see that there's that one of those keys, and I kind of get distracted, so, shiny thing. So I kind of go after this, and it's been a little while since the last time I played this game, so the controls, if you ever see me like kind of being a little wonky with the controls, that's because it's been a little while since the last time I played this game. So I'm trying to get myself acclimated to how the game plays and all this. I know this is a statue I can go ahead and repair. One thing I will say about this is that the game, I wish there was a better way to like switch spells instead of having to kind of go through this menu. Going through this menu is kind of a very clunky way to do all of this, and I don't know. I mean, the game's already out, so I mean, there's not really anything we can do about this now. But just a thought. So
Lumos.
now that I have made this statue, created this statue, and fixed it,
Revelio.
I'm kind of looking around to see, like, okay, so what's different? Like, what's changed? And nothing seems apparent to me here, so I just kind of move on. And unfortunately, I did lose that key, fixing that statue.
Accio.
Lumos. Utility. Levioso.
Levioso. Tried to summon them. Revelio.
Here at this point, I'm kind of going outside to see, more of the Hogwarts grounds itself. I've said this in a previous video, I'm going to say it again. They did a really good job of, like, sort of making you feel immersed in the world of Hogwarts, where I really do feel like, the castle in and of itself is alive with a lot of different things. The students are walking around and doing things, and, this is kind of what I would imagine Hogwarts, if it were, a real place. This is kind of, what I had sort of imagined. And, big shout out to the developers and those of us who play the game, and who support people who, make good content and, good products like this, where, I know that they spent a lot of love and care, putting in the time and effort to make this game, very special. And so I'm really enjoying this game. I wish I had more time to play this game, but work and parental duties sort of come first and everything. So I can only play whenever I can. So in this part right here, I know there is there's these vines that I know I can sort of burn down with my new Incendio, but apparently I wasn't even at the front of the door. And so I just sort of burn that through and then, move forward to the next part. Right here, it looks like there's a dungeon kind of thing of some sort. So, cast Revelio, of course,
Devil's
every few
snare.
steps,
Seems to
and
thrive in
you know, I kind of take a
darkness.
look around and see what's going
Perhaps it
on.
doesn't care for light.
First thing I noticed was these statues
Incendio.
on the sides. My first assumption is they're probably going to try and attack me at some point. But then I come into these vines and I know I can go ahead and shoot those. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like they burn for very long, so just long enough for you apparently to just get through. So that's pretty nice. So
Revelio.
moving forward into
Incendio.
the next part of this dungeon, seeing whatever I can kind of reveal with the Incendio charm, and getting hurt apparently in the process.
Revelio.
Now, if you're anything like me and you are, playing a video game, you're exploring, you have the decision to make whenever you go to a split in the path. Do you go up the steps or do you just keep straight
Incendio.
forward? I chose going up the steps because for me, it's
Revelio.
easier for you to
Incendio.
go up and then come down rather than go down and try and go back up. And I hope what I'm trying to say it makes sense. Anytime you're playing a video game and it's places like these where you have to like climb up or climb down, it's easier for you to go upstairs, explore, and then jump down rather than explore downstairs and then having to climb up. So that's kind of what I mean by that. At this point, I'm just trying to see what there is to see and see what I can and cannot do. Jumping up on top of that beam didn't really achieve much of anything beyond just, I thought maybe there was more to it, but apparently there wasn't. So, and then I kind of get turned around here. Funny story, in real life, I am directionally challenged, so I get lost easily. And it's the same way in video games as well, where I get lost easily. As you can see, I'm kind of backtracking here. I really truly believe that at the time I was playing this, I really truly believe I was going in the right direction, but I wasn't. So when I kind of recognized this statue and this thing on the side, I realized I had unfortunately went down the wrong way. So now I'm kind of the way back, and I am just trying to explore this place and see, what there is to see.
Incendio. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio. Revelio.
So when I come into this room, I notice several things. There is this these torches you can go ahead and light. So that's what you see me doing. But then also there's this like plant kind of thing in the corner. Now this is part of the quest item that I need to go ahead and pick up. But anytime you're in a video game and this is something new, you don't want to just walk up on it because you never know what'll happen, especially in a game like Harry Potter where seemingly safe things are out there to attack you, like those statues in this game. They will come alive and they will try and do their best to kill you. So just being careful and being cautious, but just knowing what you can, cannot do, and what kinds of things you can and cannot collect. So in this case, I did notice that there were some things I could shoot. So I turn around once getting the quest item, and then I kind of come in here and I light the torches. So I know that lighting the torches is going to help keep these like vines and stuff away. So that's one of my main reasons why I wanted to do that. And so I don't know if this is part of like some kind of puzzle of some sort, or if this is gonna like I know first of all it's gonna help me kind of transition through this area a lot quicker if I light all the torches. Less of those vines means less of me getting killed by random things. But then two, I don't know if it's part of a puzzle, and if I light everything or whatever, am I gonna get something knew to drop down or knew some new treasure chest or something to open. So it doesn't look like that's the case here, so no big deal. I'm just gonna kind of go back across the water and continue my exploration. um it looks like I pretty much explored this dungeon, or at least I don't really know what to call it, but beyond the dungeon. So I explored this area. I'm gonna go up this ladder into the next part, and again, just I'm here to just kind of see what there is to see. Now, luckily for me,
Level.
because I was downstairs and I kind of
11.
know what's going
Circle
on,
button.
I kind of
Gear.
come into this room and I
Gear.
see that there's a lot of
Robe,
different
cloaks and
things.
robes.
However, I did
Handwear.
pick up some new stuff, so I'm
Handwear.
gonna
Cedar
kind of
rivet
take a look at my
gloves.
gear
Superb.
and
Require
equip the new
forest
items.
equipped item. Forest rivet gloves.
Personally, I
Handwear.
like
Handwear
equipping the new
appearance.
items more
Invisible.
or less as
Legendary
soon as I
gloves.
get them,
Dark arts
because
gloves.
you
Hogwarts
never really know
regalia
what's going to
gloves.
happen in the
Dark
next
arts
room
gloves.
or the next
A
encounter.
pair of black
It could
rivet
be a
gloves.
boss room or it
Invisible
could be a
glove. Level.
cutscene, and you always want to
11.
make sure that you have the best armor that you have available.
Revelio.
Now, the good news is like I said before, downstairs, I noticed that, that was something that I could collect. So it looks like I sort of hit the jackpot here, and after casting Revelio, looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff to pick up, so that's exactly what I do.
Level. 11. Gear. Hand. Facewear. Facewear. Equipped item. Sanguine mask. Legendary. Required level. Equipped item. Hand. Facewear. Facewear appearance. Invisible facewear. This clothing item will appear level. 11.
Revelio.
Level. 11. Gear. Cloaks and robes. Cloaks and robes. Equipped item. Sleek school cloak. Cloak outfit. Equipped item. Stylish casual school uniform. Well appointed. Required level. Equipped item. Level. 11.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hogsmeade, no lump.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Happy to help. Take it.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
11.
Doing in the past.
I keep a diary.
There, see? I'm not the only one.
I'm sure lots of people are happy to write their...
Revelio.
Focus potion.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
Level 11. Gear. Handwear, facewear. Equipped item. Sanguine mask, headwear. Equipped item, mauve beret. Well appointed, equipped item, headwear appearance, invisible headwear. Level 11.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Revelio.
So at this point, I decided it's about time to, go ahead and move forward with the game and everything. So far, I've been following the, of course, the main storyline mission. So that's awesome. And so now I'm going to see if there's any additional quests I can go ahead and pick up and complete. One thing I will say is that you're seeing me kind of fumble through the menu. For me, I always forget how to get through this menu because it doesn't, or at least for me, as of right now, I'm still trying to learn how to get through the menu and find exactly what I need to find and then get to where I need to go. But I'm a work in progress, so I appreciate you all being patient with me.
Revelio. Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
It's to do with Ranrock. I'm not entirely certain.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
See you tonight. What if we're caught? What about...
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
See you tonight. What if we're...
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt, but a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
See you tonight.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Use disillusionment to avoid being detected in off-limit areas. Cross button. Level 11. Challenge settings. X save gates empty venomous valor. Manual save. 4 hours. Secrets of the restricted section. Restart from level. Gear. Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see Levioso. Lumos. Reparo. Disillusionment. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle button. Assign right. Crop up.
Silent as a grave.
Nearby adversaries will sense and then investigate suspicious behavior. Being caught by authority figures will result in quest failure. Cross.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Good idea. Why do we need the key?
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
So this is kind of where the mission really goes forward. The most difficult part of this is to not be seen by the NPCs that are walking around. It's just like any, any typical stealth mission that you do in any other game. Essentially, they are sentries where they will follow a predetermined path, and you just have to do your best to sort of avoid them. And in this particular case, it's actually rather easy, although I will say that in most gameplay, I don't typically go for stealth plays personally, unless there's either a specific reason why, or if the gameplay encourages it. Like, if any of you have played Metal Gear Solid encourages stealth play, which is actually very fun. I think it is, in my personal opinion, one of the very best games to ever incorporate stealth play that I've ever seen. And but that's Metal Gear, and this is Hogwarts, so I'm not a big fan of doing
Use basic
this.
cast while undetected to lure authority figures and enemies to a desired location. Aim mode L2 button grants precision spell targeting and reveals additional spell targets. Cross button. Accept.
Ghost, don't let her see you. Revelio. Revelio.
Level 11. Circle button. Back. I'll post. Lumos. Utility. Achia. Triangle button. Assign top. R2.
Revelio.
If you're
The unfortunate part is I did actually get caught here, which sucks, but you live and you learn. It's just one of those things where it's like
Try
it's
again.
part of the game system. I'm still trying to learn what I can do, what I can't do, and kind of fumbling around. I got caught up, but the good thing is that this is the kind of game where failure,
Map.
at least so far,
Influence
isn't so
locations.
detrimental that it's the end of the world.
Lumos.
So we just go ahead, start it
Utility.
over again, and
Allows you to see in
here's
dark
the next
areas
attempt.
or solve puzzles that Map. Flu Flames location. Lumos. Triangle button. R2 button. Hold to assign. Triangle. Levius. R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button. R2 button. Lumos. Utility. Disillusion. R2 but. Expelliarmus. Descent. R2 button.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll. Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover.
Use basic cast while undetected to lure authority figures and enemies to a desired location. Aim mode L2 button grants precision.
Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in
Revelio.
No need for us to be skulking around.
We must remain unseen. So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin
Revelio.
knows everyone else is given.
Why do you think you'll find...
Enchanted books. Guide pages. Best to avoid these books if possible, due not as much to their tendency to fly from one's hands as to their content being spectacular drivel of no educational value whatsoever.
Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio!
Silent as a grave.
Revelio. Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Don't get into trouble. Can I trust you? Don't get...
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles that require... Map. Flue Flames locations. Lumos. Reparo. Triangle.
Reparo. Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. Revelio. That's it. Revelio.
Level 11. Gear. Level 11. Headwear. Fairy green sorcerer hat. Legendary. Sheepskin winter hat face headwear appearance. Invisible headwear. Neckwear. Outfit. Plaid casual school uniform. Well appointed. Required level. Decorous plaid casual school uniform. Equipped item. Decorous casual school uniform. Level.
Where might this lead?
So here's one of the game's puzzles. One of the things that I'm trying to figure out when it comes to Hogwarts is that once you start to sort of get a flavor, so to speak, of how they do their puzzles and things, now you know what to look for. But seeing as this is the very first challenge, so to speak, I don't really know what I'm looking for, and I don't really know what that flavor is. Luckily for me, I was able to sort of see that icon above, and I was able to, put two and two together to go ahead and hit it with a wand spell. Luckily for me, I also took the time to cast Revelio for like the 100th millionth time, and saw that chest was actually there for me to pick up. So that was pretty awesome. Coming up into this next part here, again, the visuals in this game is great. Like, you see all that stuff on the glass, that's pretty awesome. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fight these guys here, using some of the combat. Now again, I'm a little bit rusty. It doesn't seem like it so far because I'm styling on these fools, which is great, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably not going to be as smooth all the entire time, as you can see right there. That's okay though. You take it in stride and you keep kicking butt.
Stupid one.
Your gift of ancient magic accumulates by successfully attacking or taking damage. Successful 10+ hit combos will begin generating ancient magic powers. Collecting these will greatly fill your ancient magic meter and recover a small amount of health. When at least one segment of your ancient magic meter is full, you can cast devastating ancient magic attacks that deal massive damage and break shield charms. Tap L1 button plus R1 button when you see the prompt over an enemy's head.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Now here again, now that I've got the first flavor, I know you have to shoot that to activate the
Revelio.
bridge for it to go across. But now what? You know, because I see that chest, and you know, if you're like me, you're like every other gamer that has ever lived, and you want that chest. You see it, it's a piece of candy, and you gotta go get it, right? So I'm kind of looking around to see, you know, is there a switch I have to hit? Is there something I need to do in order for it to come up again or anything like that? So I hit the switch and I sort of take a look to see, does that do the trick? Unfortunately, it does not. I know that I can sort of take this. I was actually
Revelio.
very lucky there where I, you know, sort of ran across and jumped across. But then I realized you could press this switch on this side. But again, that still doesn't really solve my dilemma of that treasure chest. So that's okay, no big deal. Maybe there's a way around or something. So that's what I tell myself while I kind of keep going
This
down
must
this
be the way
hallway.
forward, but to
Now in
where?
the next room, it's the same sort of thing. I see these glasses kind of on the side. There is a switch above that door, which I've
Revelio.
noticed, and I am going to do my very best to figure out and cipher what I need to do next. So you hit the switch, figure out what's going
In
on,
there.
see what happens, and you
Pesky
jump
hermits
out
about
into the
me.
abyss, and you just keep trying to do your best.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
So, finally, after struggling, I finally get into this next room where I am going to do some combat here. I knew there were people I need to fight again. For whatever reason, I'm just having a little bit of trouble trying to lock onto the targets when I want them to. But as you can kind of see here, I'm starting to sort of get my bearings. Not only incorporating different kinds of spells in my combat, but also being able to quickly react to the oncoming enemies and things like that. So that actually took me by surprise. I didn't know he had like a jump in the air move or whatever, but it's okay. We are going to parry him and do all those things. Now, one thing I wanted to say here is that now that I'm looking back on the gameplay, because I recorded this first and am sort of adding the commentary afterwards, I now realize that they are now going to add that down below my feet, there's like purple fire that kind of comes along. It is the tail that will show me that they are, you know, actually trying to jump on top of my head. I actually did not realize that at the time. Now, apparently, I am actually realizing that now, but, you know, it's a little bit too late now here at this point, but that's okay. You know, using ancient magic to attack people, get them down one by one, making sure to keep an eye out on the enemies who are coming my way. This guy with this mace is just kind of walking around, not doing much anything, but that's okay because I was ready for him. And yeah, that's all she wrote.
It is a book after all.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Well, first off, that's a true friend. And so that's cool that he didn't rat me out. Other than that, this is Ultimate Shield signing off. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And yeah, I will catch you at Hogwarts. Peace.
You